Hello guys, Mungai Eve here. I know most of you guys have been waiting for this particular moment. I've been seeing you guys on my DMs, on my emails, all over trying to reach out to me, and I don't take it for granted. And first of all, I'd like to thank God for this far. I'd like to thank Him for the gift He has given me. Were it not for this gift, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today. Secondly, I would like to thank Mungai Eve team, Mungai Eve followers for always being there for me, for supporting me since day one. Way back when I started the content creation journey, you've been there, you've supported me, you've always fought the battles for me. I really thank God for you guys. And I'm here to tell you guys that at any point in life, you should never be afraid of starting over again. And I believe in this journey, we are going to walk together because we have amazing plans for you all. We are going to create more content with the aim of inspiring you out there and also empowering you guys to make a difference. So guys, I welcome you to Mungai Eve show, and our very first guest is an incredible creator that we have in 254. Of course, some people say he is very controversial. I don't know about you guys.
You said that.
We've crossed paths before, but today is the day we have him as our first guest on our show. And I don't know how it's going to be, so let's get started.
Kibe, but you said I am the controversial one. Don't say some people.
I said, because I was feeling that way at that point.
So what were you feeling at that point? Let's go there. Why did you say I'm controversial? What have I said that?
But Kibe, this is my show. I'm the one to run it.
Run what?
The show.
This is a show?
Yes.
I thought it was just a conversation.
No, but I have the questions that...
Oh, so you have questions? Okay. Let's go through your questions. I got questions as well. All right. Okay, run the show. Okay. Forgive my interruptions.
So guys, the reason I called Kibe as my first guest is because he's one of the creators who we've seen start over and over again. He never gets tired of starting. And yeah, I'm also starting all over again. Kibe, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. You?
Talk to me. How do you feel starting?
Fresh. I feel fresh. And it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I was afraid to start over again.
On your own?
Yes.
So is this your own production and everything?
Yes.
So now you're the real Mungai Eve?
Yes.
So is it Eve Mungai or Mungai Eve?
It's Mungai Eve.
Why did you start with Mungai and not Eve?
Okay.
I was just a brand.
Yes. Yeah, I love it that way. Anyway, Kibe, let's go back.
You're running away. Why are you running away from me?
I'm not running away.
Why are you running?
No, I'm not running away. I'm just running my show.
Okay, run your show then. Let's continue.
You've asked me how I feel starting over again. I would like to know, of course, we've seen you come from mainstream media to digital space. How was it for you as you started over again?
But it's not like starting over again. That's the thing. You guys, you see it as starting over, but it's just the next thing to do.
Yes.
It's always the next thing to do. Like now for you, when whatever happened with you happened, I mean, the next thing to do is go out on your own and do something. It's the next thing to do. So people see it as starting over because everybody believes we're all dying. It's all death. Kama sasa breakup na mtu sasa hiyo imeisha. Ama umewacha kazi mahali sasa hiyo umekufa. It's not death. It's the next thing to do. Simple.
Okay.
So for me, I never see it as starting afresh. It's just always one foot in front of the other.
So your transition from mainstream media to digital space, is it something that you had planned or it just came all over?
But I was actually on the digital space first.
Okay.
So when I gave up on, you see, like now when I was growing up, I really thought that I would get an opportunity to be on radio or TV. So nilienda ma interviews, nikatuma demos, nikaenda kwa studio, nafanya ka demo, nakatuma. Yani fix, yani it was everything. And I would send this demo to Capital FM or Metro FM or whoever, Kiss. I went to Kiss when they started 20 years ago, when they started Kiss like this. And I gave them my demo and I did a whole demo in there and they never gave me the job. So I got frustrated because nobody was recognizing me. And in my head, I'm this talented guy who can knock out any show. And I'm like, fuck these puny people. To hell with them. And I started doing social media. Yes. So one step in front of the other. I was on social media. I got recognition on social media. Then that's when Energy called me and told me they want to give me a job. Then that's when Keys came and poached me from Energy. Yeah. So it was just one thing after the other. And then when I stayed in corporate longer, I realized I don't like corporate. So I went back to something that is comfortable to me.
Okay. Is it you who don't like corporates, or you just don't believe in maybe their way of working things?
I think corporate's time is done when it comes to entertainment. Yeah. Their time is done because the corporate was like the gatekeeper. They're the ones who decide how your content is going to look, how it's going to sound, how it's going to be. So once you take their money, you're their bitch. So I didn't like that because I wanted to remain creative. So corporate and I have never seen eye to eye, even though they wanted me to do the job. Yes.
So at no point you've ever done anything when it comes to corporate?
No, I mean, there are a lot of things I've done. I mean, remember I worked at Energy for a year and I worked at Kiss for a whole year. Yeah. So I'm actually a very, very, what do you call it? Somewhat very easy to work with. So I know my boundaries, I know everything. So it's not that I have a problem with corporate. I just have a problem with the people who are running corporate. Let me say that. Yes.
Okay, so after you left Kiss, I'd like to know, like, how was it for you? Of course, there were so many conversations that you went broke, you couldn't be able to sustain your lifestyle. Maybe is it something that you can talk about?
No, I mean, what lifestyle? Lifestyle ya kudinyana sana ndio lifestyle. Yeah, hiyo utakosa pesa kweli. I didn't have a lifestyle. I've never really had a lifestyle that I cannot maintain. I'm just always living within my means. So even when I left there, what do you mean broke? What was I getting? What was I getting that now we can say I'm from here to here? I never moved houses. I remained in the same house I was living in while I was at Energy. Yeah, I continued living in that house while I was at Kiss. I am not extravagant. I don't buy. If you see me like this, the next hot interview you'll see me, I'll probably be looking the same. So I don't waste money buying nonsense. Yeah. So
mostly where do you spend your money on?
Well, my children.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 kids that I spend all my money on. Yeah. So before you get kids, gentlemen, if you're listening to me, please just pour on her back. These kids are fucking crazy, man. So yeah, so I spend my money on my kids. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any other place I spend my money on.
Okay, when you were on mainstream, you worked with different people, and of course, you worked with Kamene, Extiandela, and then when you came.
Who is Extian, by the way? Have you ever interviewed Extian?
He talked to me recently. He's around.
Amachana au demo kama bado anapigwa kahasho kila siku.
I don't know.
Hatutafanya interview kaa utajibu maswali pia wewe.
Now I'm not Extian.
How you talk to him? You must know something.
No, he just reached out to me.
He said what? He wants an interview.
We are supposed to work on something. Yes.
Extian is a very good creative. If he can just get his dick out of his head, he'll be fine.
Okay, so talking of Extian and Kamene, there are people that you've worked with closely before, and also, especially Kamene, it's somebody umekuwa ukimpiga sana hapa kwa mtandao. Maybe you can tell us, how was your relationship when you guys were working together?
Man, we're just working together. What relationship? Why do you guys get carried away with this bullshit? We're just working together. Even Eric here right now, Eric akifanya blanda. Na niingie mtandao. How many times have I talked about you? Many times. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, even you, how many times have I talked about you?
A lot.
Yeah. A lot of, I've enjoyed talking about you.
A lot. You've really enjoyed.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, but it's just a working relationship like any other, because before that, we didn't have anything. Yeah. So what compromises is that because we've worked with you, ukienda huko nje ufanye ujinga ati sitaongea. Hiyo sasa ni shauri yako bana. So I talk about anybody. I talk about my mom, my dad, my sisters. Yeah.
Okay. So
there's no relationship beyond the working together. Yes. The content is always my king. So I go for the content. It doesn't matter who it is.
Even for your friends, you just
even my dad. Yes, if my dad fucks up, he has to be on the chopping block.
So, how much do you believe in this content?
I mean, this is what feeds me. This is what you do. It's like when you become a fighter. You can't go in there and fight half-half. You're going to die. Yeah, you have to believe in what you're doing. Like now, what you're doing, you believe that Mungai Eve is a brand, and you can be able to resurrect that brand from the whatever happened the other day. And now look at you, having invested in this and come here and putting yourself out there. So don't you believe in this?
I believe.
Yes. And you'll be able. You are willing to kill anybody who tries to fuck this up.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So content is key. Yeah. So we focus on the content.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about you now being on YouTube space and creating. You've been creating a lot on YouTube until when your accounts were terminated. Is it something that you had planned for and you decided that you're going to concentrate on YouTube, or it just happened because you moved to the States?
Oh no. So in my mind, I became, how would I put it? I started thinking, you know what? We need our own platform. Yeah, because these platforms, every now and then you get a copyright strike or whatever. And it could be a stupid reason. So I started thinking. So one day, as I was driving my Mercedes-Benz S550.
Where is it, by the way?
It's back in the States. S550!
You left it.
Yeah, I left it, man. I'm going to find a way to bring it here. So as I was driving it, I was playing my songs. I have a whole playlist, So an idea came to me, and I said, well, you know what? Why not Africa? Why not Africa? Yeah. Why do we have to depend on these people to give us everything? So that's how the idea of Africa came about. So I started building Africa while I was still on YouTube. So I didn't even know that I would get kicked out of YouTube. It was maybe a very puny idea in my head that one day tutakosana na watu. Yeah, so I started building it 3 months before I was kicked out of YouTube. Yeah.
And how is it right now? Because
it's a wonderful platform. We're just about to sign a very big deal, and that will take us to the next level. Yeah, so we're about to sign. We've got some investors, so things are really looking up for us.
Okay.
Yes, because it's a big platform and it's very expensive to run. So that's why I even came back to Kenya.
Okay, before we go ahead on Africa, I'd like to know, what was the main reason that you got kicked out of YouTube?
I will never know.
Is it not because of the the community guidelines?
No, but community guidelines, even nilikuwa na video over 3,000. You've been on YouTube.
Yes.
Would you have 3,000 videos na community guidelines?
No.
Yeah. So it's just, and I didn't have a copyright strike at the time. And they're supposed to give you 3.
It's supposed to be 3.
Yes.
And then
so on the 3rd one, then they terminate you.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you appeal even the copyright strikes, sometimes they take them back. And they're supposed to tell you where the copyright strike has come from. They just don't kill your channel.
So you didn't get any copyright?
I was asleep after doing my show.
Okay.
I woke up and I was trending. So I didn't have a copyright strike. Not 1. You're supposed to get 3. So I woke up and all my channels, even the ones that are not monetized yet.
But there was information that was put up on from Google that you had gone against the community guidelines.
On all my platforms?
You were, after you were told to, when you get a strike or a community guideline strike, you're supposed to stop uploading.
But there was no strike. So I cannot, they don't tell you stop uploading. They restrict you from uploading.
Yes.
So there's no communication between you and Google. It's just that as soon as they realize that there's a strike, they say for the next 2 weeks you cannot upload. I had done a live show at night. Yes. So I'd done a live show. I went to sleep, woke up, and not just 1, all my 6 channels, all 6, including 2 that are not monetized, have been brought down. Why? Copyright strike is on this video. It's 1 video, it's 1 copyright strike on this video. Yeah, you don't bring down a whole channel and bring out. So anything that was connected to that channel was brought down. Yes.
And looking at the content that you are creating, the language that you are using, don't you think maybe at any point you are going against the guidelines?
No, but they don't have a problem with language. Yeah, people use language there all the time. Yeah, so around the world, they don't have no problem with language. So in fact, what they do, if they really have a problem with you, they demonetize you.
Yes.
They just tell you you're not going to make any more money here. They don't close your channel. Yes. So why close 6 channels? So it was a very malicious thing that somebody did. And I think you and your friends are the ones who were involved in that shit. You guys came together in a cabal. At that time, you still had a boyfriend. And you guys came together in a cabal, and then you decided
So
to
you believe
go.
somebody was behind it?
Of course. Yes. Not just one person. I believe a lot of people looked at it and were very jealous that I was doing very well.
How much were you making?
A lot of money. Come on.
Like
a
how?
lot of money. Oh, a lot.
A lot of money. How much?
I mean, one channel was probably giving me $10,000 every month. Yeah.
So you believe people did that to you?
Yes, of course. You can't. It just doesn't happen by itself. Yeah. So I believe that some people who were either jealous enough or whatever it is that they saw, maybe the people that I talked about, they realized that we can't have this guy out there giving all this information and being so free with his language. So like for this video, you're going to have to eat it on your channel.
No.
Aren't you afraid of being copyright stricken?
Okay.
You see
I
what
know
I mean?
about copyright.
Yes. So it's not about language. Yeah, it's just that some people sat down and they thought it best to. Some very powerful people. Very powerful people, because
talking of powerful people, do you mean politicians?
Sorry?
Talking of powerful people.
No, maybe the corporate feminists.
Okay.
Yeah, the lesbians. Yes, these corporate feminists who feel attacked every time I talk. Yeah, I think so. And there are other puny celebrities in our country. Punies, the ones who kept threatening me, including your ex-boyfriend. Yes, because they did threaten me because of what I said about them.
Why?
And they said that we're going to do something to you. So when that happened, I was like, I have a list of puny people to assassinate. Yes.
And by any chance, maybe, have you ever gotten, of course, there are so many celebrities that you've talked about. They used to say, oh, they're going to sue you. Once you land here, you're going to be arrested. You're going to get the letters and everything. By any chance, have you ever gotten, or are you sued by anyone? For
what? For an opinion? How stupid would one person be? Can't sue me for my opinion.
So we can say all of them are just threats.
I mean, which courthouse is going to grant you anything? To sue somebody because of something they said? That's madness. Yeah. So if I say, if Mungai is full of shit, which courthouse are you going to go say, hey, he said I'm full of shit? You have to explain, what does it mean when you say you're full of shit? In which language was it delivered? So there is a lot behind it. So, in fact, I met the donkey, one of your favorite people.
Yes.
Yes.
So you with him?
Yeah, I was not with him. I was interviewing Babu Owino.
Oh, so you were not with KRG?
No, why would I be that puny fucker?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
He's a nobody. Why would I interview him? So we were doing an interview, and then he forced his way into the room. Right? And then he says, Kibe, I just want just a small interview. And I was like, I don't have the energy for you. I don't believe you're somebody, not yet maybe. Maybe one day he's going to get there. But I don't believe I should sit down with him for anything. What does he have? Okay, and the day you landed, we saw him say that you're a coward. He waited to exchange words with you, or maybe a fight at the airport. Why? Who is he? I don't even know a single song that he has sung. So who is he? What has he done that me and him have any type of beef? Nothing. And he lied about me many times, including saying that I molested my sister. Remember, you did that interview?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. And I was like, why? I mean, it's very easy to find out if that's my real sister. So why didn't you do that, Eve? Why didn't you, as a journalist, go find out, is that really my sister? Because you were pushing that story. Yeah. So why didn't you find out? Why not have some responsible journalism and don't just take one side of the story? Find out, is this really Kibe's sister? Because everybody, including that other fucker called Sonko. Yeah. So when I looked at these people, I'm like, yours goes beyond this back and forth content game. Yours has some malice behind it. There's a malicious intent.
But you're the one who started exchanging words with KRG.
No, I just made fun of him. Yeah. I mean, when you do something stupid online, we come and make fun of that. If you don't come on, like these people here, I've never mentioned them because they're not online. They're not on my radar. But once you go online and you do something that I think is worth noting, then we talk about it. Like that time when you were talking about the dining table. I was like, oh, okay, now I see this. So it's just entertainment. Yes. If you catch feelings, you're in the wrong profession. Yes.
Okay, so you've always assumed that everybody is going to take it as entertainment.
You're in the game of entertainment. So if you catch feelings, then you're in the wrong game. This is not the first time I've talked about people. From the time, even before I got on radio, I used to talk about everybody. Everybody. There's even a video I did about Uhuru Kenyatta one day, and I was told they're going to cut me up and throw me in Tana River. So I better pull down the video. That
So
is
you
the
did
only.
pull it
That
down.
is, I've pulled down 2 videos in my lifetime. That was the first one.
Uhuru Kenyatta,
And the second one was when, remember when Menje gave her body count story? When she talked about how many people she slept with. And that one. Because at the time, remember, I was working at Energy Radio.
Yes.
So they called me from Energy and they said, pull down that video. Yeah, so it was like they're Okomenishika Makei. Una pull down video ma au pull down. Utu tu pesa tu Energy, utu Mungu wangu, ndio tumefanya nitoe video. I was compromised. That's why I don't like corporate at all. Yes.
So you've only pulled down 2 videos?
Only 2 videos. I don't pull down videos. Whatever happens, happens. Ikishatoka imetoka, sasa tufanye nini?
You don't have anything else?
Yeah, I mean, and if you make a mistake, you made a mistake. Like there's a chick in the US, I got some false information. And I really went hard on her because she looked like a chick I'd wanted to fuck. And so I went hard on her, but I was hard. This chick is... But it was just content. So when I got to find out the real truth, it was not, I was wrong. I made a blunder with that one. So when I met her, now I met her at a bash. So tumeka kwa bash hivi, chick walks in, and I'm like, fuck, man, now I have to deal with this puny shit. Yeah, so at that time, I apologized to her, and I told her, I'm sorry, and I'm willing to say it on video. Unasikia hiyo tumbo? Hizo ni McFries. So it's a game just like any other.
Okay.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So even when YouTube did what they did, to me, I considered it direction to the next thing. Yes.
So with the Kenyan celebrities that you've talked to, now that you've been here in Kenya, are they people that you've maybe met when you're here? Ama bado hamjapatana, and do you think...
No. And do I think?
There are people, si umesema huwezi leta KRG, you cannot have a conversation KRG. Do you think there are some of
I find KRG to be super immature. Yeah, so I don't see a value to sitting with him.
How do you look at a person to know that maybe it's somebody who can give you value? Or
like now, when you contacted me, I was like, this has value. Yes, because you're trending, right? You're a good interviewer. Once you get out of your 2 feelings, yeah, you do a good job. So I'm like, this makes sense, and I'd contacted you before anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. But at that time, you had too much noise in your head for you to see the direction that we're supposed to go. Because even at the time, I told you, this is just content. Get out of your feelings and play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Because as much as we need you, we need me. So if you take me out of the equation, then the whole system collapses. Yeah, you can see our entertainment industry right now is bullshit. Yeah. You guys are moving from one event to the next, and there is nothing new anybody's coming up with. Yeah, because there is no innovation. You cannot kill the people who are in the game. Yeah. So if you take out lions and you look at the lions in the Masai Mara and say, oh, these lions are so evil. They kill wildebeest and buffaloes and they are so evil. And you take out the lions. What are you going to do? Yeah. Then the buffaloes become too many. They strip the land bare and it becomes a desert. So the balance has to be created. So the game of content has to get to a point where there's equilibrium, especially in Kenya, because we have very talented content creators. But everybody has to play their game. Yeah. So if always toka kwa hii game, atu uende ukafanya kitu ingine, game yako ndio hii. So you should count this breakup between you and that puny fellow of yours as a stepping stone to the next thing. Yes. You see what I mean? Yeah. So just one step in front of the other. That's
okay.
It.
So after YouTube pulled out did you try to reach them, talk to them, or you just moved to the next?
No, I was like, the way it had been done, it was a proper assassination. Yeah. It was so well done. Yeah.
What do you mean by well done?
Yeah, it was so well done. You know, they went for other channels that had done nothing. There's a channel that used to put only car videos. I never even talked badly. even that channel they put it down. Yeah. So wala nisho nini sasa? Hiyo channel haiko hata iko monetized. Mbona mnaangusha hiyo channel? So even my email now that I was using, I cannot even use it to do anything on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes.
Yeah. So even my card that I was using to because I had a subscription on YouTube, even that was cancelled. Yeah. They cancelled my subscription. I pay YouTube $13 a month not to watch adverts. Even that they said we don't want you here. So it was a very malicious, targeted attack by somebody who's very powerful. And I think the corporate women here, somebody go to them.
Why are you so specific with women?
I mean, who else runs corporate in Kenya? Yeah. I mean, that's why when a woman content creator comes out of the woodwork, or these homosexuals, you guys get all the jobs. Yeah. Because the women are trying to create a certain narrative. The men are not making money. Yeah. This content game now in Kenya has become for women and homos.
That's how you feel?
That's not how I feel. It's on everywhere. That's why Ganothi has to keep dressing up like a woman. Because if he doesn't, him as a Ganothia doesn't get gigs. But once he puts on a dress and now becomes Mama, what's his name? Mama who? I mean, all of them are dressing up like women. They have to, because that's where the money is. Because that's the corporate women, that's what they want to see. Yeah. So it's just rubbish. So now it's a high time that we come out of that nonsense and mature and start looking at entertainment for what it really is.
Okay, so were you prepared for this?
No, I'm never prepared for anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were never prepared that YouTube would do that?
No, I wasn't prepared for it. Yeah, so I don't prepare for evil. Because why? How am I going to know what's coming?
Yes.
Yeah, you just prepare yourself for life. Yeah, that you're always ready for whatever comes. But you cannot be specific and say, I'm prepared that the day YouTube kicks me out, I'll do this. Yeah.
Okay, so about your new platform, how many people normally do you get watching? Do you still do the videos on the platform?
So we're building it right now. It's a lot of work. It's very expensive as well. So right now I think we have 50,000 subscribers. We're having about maybe between 300 to 500 videos uploaded every day. Yeah, which is a very small number, but it's very good for us because we're able now to grow it the way we want. So now we're just tweaking it, but it is taking a lot of time. Yeah, so I've really given a lot of my concentration to that.
So at no point you'd ever want to go back to YouTube?
Okay. No. I mean, because I've already made my mind up. Yeah, I've already chosen my path.
So for how long will it take to start earning money on this new platform?
Probably by end of June. We have targeted by end of June, we should have the new platform. So what we did, the one we started with, now we're revamping it. Yeah, so by end of June, we should have, we should make it monetizable. So we already created a way to monetize, but now by end of June, we'll have, now it will be the real platform and it will be monetizable. Yeah, so people can come in and start making money. Okay. And then it's Africa-wide. So we're going to market it to all countries in Africa. Yeah.
You did a launch?
Yes, we did a launch.
Yes.
December 3rd. I didn't see any of you guys there.
You didn't invite us.
Heartburn. Why did you guys have heartburn?
You didn't invite
us. You guys are never invited anywhere.
We are invited. Personally, I get invitations.
No, you guys are the reporters. Why do you need to be invited? There's something happening there. Go report it. Why didn't you come?
I was not invited. I would have kept.
But you're a reporter. There was news there.
Yeah. But I'd like... the reason I mentioned about that is because it raised a lot of questions. People are like, you have huge people who follow you on social media, but the event didn't turn out as...
Who said?
As we thought.
Who said?
It's online.
But where is that footage?
It's not a footage, but it had...
You need speculation ya mafala.
How many people did you have at
It doesn't matter. Mbona mwenye alikuwa hapo ndio aliona value yo event yetu. So none of you guys came. Yeah, so who's reporting this information?
But how many people did you have at the launch?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Who reported this information to you?
But we
at least I don't go to my sniper akuja apige to videos. Lakini
well, there are some to videos.
Yes, but the videos that you saw are videos that are taken by people. Yeah, nobody came there to say, hey, how many people are here? What were you guys doing? How was the setup? Who was there? Yeah. Because who was there is more important than how many were there. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, think about it this way. We had 2 people coming from South Africa. South Africa. And one of the lady, her name is Ngeo. And the guy's name is Makduk. Ngeo, when Ngeo was the one who went on stage in South Africa with Makduk, yes? Yeah. To pick up, so it was Ngeo. Listen to this. This is a good one. So last year I was nominated for Social Media Star of the Year. Yes. South Africa Social Media Star of the Year. So through that nomination, a lot of people came together on X and they pushed the nomination. And we got so many people voting, and we used to do voting campaigns and everything. And everybody voted for Andrew Kibe to win the Social Media Star of the Year in Africa. So I did win, okay? But I was in the States at the time. I had not planned to come. So I had to send somebody. I sent a guy called Paul Mboya from Uganda. So he left Uganda, went to South Africa to pick up the award for me, okay? In South Africa, he met Ngeo and Makduk, and they went on stage. And on behalf of Andrew Kibe, they picked up the most prestigious award of that event, which is the Social Media Star of the Year. A big, nice, what do you call it? Is it a trophy? What do you call it? Let's call it a trophy. Yeah. So they picked that up. And now during the graduation day, Makduk and Ngeo paid their own fare to come from South Africa to celebrate with us our graduation day, which was also the launch for Africa. We had a couple of people from the States flying in. We had people from Dubai. We had, where else? So Qatar. So we had a couple of people coming in. So the people who came were really, really important people to Africa. Yes. So the numbers don't matter because, again, remember, I was charging 25,000. Was it 20 or 25? 20. Should have been 25. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you say the event did not meet up to what? Yeah. What plan had anybody created that they can tell us how an event is supposed to look like?
Okay. So the main reason you came back, was it because of the event or?
Yeah, I came back because of Africa. Yeah. And so the event, I created the event when I decided to come back. I said, Africa belongs in Africa. I cannot run it from the States. So create an event, which is the graduation, and then come, launch the product, build it up to whatever it's supposed to be.
Okay, so at no point you're going back to the States now?
I mean, if it's open, I can go anywhere I want. Yeah.
So there are no, like, of course, there are people who say there are restrictions, you can't go back.
Restrictions? How?
I don't know.
Who are these people?
There are many stories. First of all, when you left.
Nobody knew that I left. So sahi wamejua kuna restrictions.
When you left, there was this story that I would like you actually to talk about, or maybe to mention something about it. There are so many stories that Kibe, Amekimbia, in the US because of this case of defilement that people always mention. And they say that you've ran away and you will never come back. Is it something that you can talk about?
So now, let's say, so they say I ran away, and they said I'll never come back, including the donkey and the rest. Then I came back. So what does that say about every other story that was said about me? You called me for an interview. Nimeingia hapa na bodyguard.
No.
Alafu. So what does that say about every other story that was said about me?
So you made this whole story of defilement.
These are all lies that people peddle. Even the other day, wasn't he saying that I was a pastor and I was a gym instructor? I have never been any of those.
You've never been a pastor?
I've never been a pastor. I've never been a gym instructor. But there's one day, the pastor who I was my buddy, alikuwa amelewa kiasi. So angeweza kufanya funeral fulani.
Wait, Kibe, you've never been a pastor.
Sikia story. So huyu pastor alikuwa ni best yangu. Ameenda kalewa. Haizi fanya funeral. Funeral ni akatoi kamededi. So wakanipigia simu wakaniambia, we can't find the pastor and we need to do the funeral. Nikavaa kasuti. Nikaenda, you should have seen me at that Langata cemetery. Niliomba hapo, nikapatia mpaka sermon. Heavenly Father. Acheza nini. Hata sasa ukitaka I can preach. So I studied the Bible.
Okay.
I did a lot of Bible study.
Uh-huh.
But my closest friend at the time was the pastor. And in fact, he was the one who was blocking me from becoming a pastor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you could see the future.
So you've never been a pastor?
I've never been a pastor.
And where did these
That's the thing.
I've always believed you
nobody
were a
knows shit. Nobody has ever sat down with me like this to have a conversation. Yeah. So people are going to say anything. Until now, there is clarity. So all these stories, where are they? Where are they? Where are these stories? Where is all the drama? KRT the donkey tulikutana tukasalimiana very cordially hivi.
No drama.
Yeah. So hiyo drama alikuwa anasema, "Hey, kibe mimi naweza mpiga iko wapi?" Ni makelele tu. So wao wanataka sasa mimi niko na respond makelele. Yeah. Okay. So what happened is, I'll tell you honestly, at the time when I was going to the States, I was very broke. Right? I was extremely broke. So I was looking for something. I was like, I need ideas. So at the time I was running Rogue Radio.
Yes.
So I was like, I need ideas. And I talked to a friend of mine in the States. At the time he was going through his own problems. So he told me, Kibe, please come. So you gonna visa? I told him, visa ndio iko hapa. Yeah, please come, send me my money for a ticket. I booked the ticket and I left. Yeah, so even when I was leaving, I did not tell anyone that I'm leaving. See, unatoka tu unaenda. Yeah.
Okay, so you've clarified about hii mambo ya pastor. What about this whole story yenye unaambiwa ngwa about defilement and everything?
Iko wapi? Iko wapi your story?
If you Google, you'll see it.
But go look for it. Who has reported it? Yeah, I mean, a story is not just a story. You need to go out there and say, the story lives here. It lives where? Stories. Where does it live? Who is that person? Who is this person? Where is the backstory, Eve? I mean, you're a journalist. What's all this speculation? Go back and find out what's happening here. Who's giving the story? Where did they get the story from? Hizo picha mnaonyeshwa ni za nani? Yeah, so do your due diligence. Yes, because if you had, then you would have found out new information, just like you're finding out right now. Yeah. So what is that story?
And how did those photos get online?
I don't know. How did those photos get online? Yeah, how?
I don't know.
But let me tell you, I have no problem with people seeing my dick.
Really?
I have no problem. Mi hata kuna time tulikuwa na best yangu na staff sema ni nani. Mi hata kudinyana pale naweza dinyana. I have no problem with that. Yeah, but uongo ni ya nini? Put whatever it is that you have as evidence. Put it out here. Sika picha kamoja kadogo. Sasa utaka tuishi hapo. Unajua ni mademo ngapi nimedinya hii country? Eve.
Sijui.
So, where are those stories? Yeah. You can't have one story and say this is who this person is. Yeah. Okay. Do your background check and do some due diligence.
Okay, going back to this pastor, you being a pastor and everything.
Me not being a pastor.
Now people should know Kibe has never been a pastor. I've always thought you were a pastor. What is your belief on religion? You've said you studied Bible study and everything. What do you think about religion? What is your take on religion?
I think there's a value. Religion has a place in our society. Yeah. And I used to think, I was very annoyed at religion at the beginning because I saw the lies. But then I looked back and I said, you know, everybody gets something from somewhere. Hata ukiona mtu akiingia Sabina Joy, unaweza fikiri ni mjinga, but there's some value he's getting from there. So everybody gets value in everything that they do. So who am I to tell people what to do? Yeah. If I find out for myself religion is bullshit, then it's just me and the people who listen to me. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not going to go to the top of the mountain and tell people, oh, you know what? I don't believe. So for me, these days, I do not want to have to believe in anything. Yeah. I don't want to believe in anything. Yeah.
So you're not a believer?
Of what? For you to believe means you have to go into your imagination. For you imagine right now, start thinking Jesus walked on water. What does that mean? You know, maanisha nini? There's a guy called Jonah who was in the belly of a whale for 3 days. What does that mean? Where are those stories in our modern Africa? Where are those stories? They don't exist. So I don't have to believe in anything. Things that I am a guy of, I know. Yes. What I know is what I discuss. Yes.
Looking at our country, you've seen stories where people have gone to the extent of starving themselves just because of religion.
I love those people, and they should all die. Yeah? Everybody who starves yourself because of religion or you do all these things, die. Yeah, I mean, I love it. And I wish they could do a lot more of that. Yeah.
So you wouldn't...
I will never stop you. Mi hata nikiona unajaribu kujirusha. Nitumie tu pin number ya M-Pesa, that's it. Yeah, go die.
Okay, you've mentioned that you leaving to go to the States, that you broke. And now you're back here. I'd like to know, is it that you made enough and you want to come and concentrate with your platform?
No. There's never enough. There's never enough. At least not for me. Yeah, so there's never enough. I'm never in a position where I say, oh my God, look at this. There's all this abundance. No, I'm always working on a project. Yeah, that's the thing. That's my life. And I'm coming to terms with that. I'm always there's always something I'm putting my money in. So I love it. So I'm coming now to terms with that and understanding that my money will always be project money. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm here and I'm here to work on Africa, and that's all that I care about. Yes.
Okay. We've seen you try to run for a seat, a politician seat.
Yes.
I would like to know, is it something that you still dream of? In 2027, are we seeing you vie for Langata seat? Are you going to compete with Jalas probably?
If somebody puts money in my pocket, I'll do it. Yeah, but I'm not doing it with my chums.
Does it mean when you tried, it didn't work well?
Oh, it didn't work. I was beaten like a thief. Nilipoteza, nilikuwa namba 6 man. Na sasa kila mahali unatembea namba, Mhesh, maumbo hao. Never ever. Mhesh. Na kila leo ndo so mbili. Never ever.
Where did this dream came from?
The dream?
Of you being a politician.
Well, if you guys don't know shit, I used to be the campaign manager to a presidential candidate.
Okay.
Called James Ole Kiapi. I was nilikuwa nakaa kwa boardroom napatia watu strategies. Unajua noma sana strategies. Waambia, sasa leo tutafanya hivi nini, posters hapa kila kitu. We even did a very big fundraising for him. So one day I looked at this guy and I was like, this guy is full of shit. Yeah. He's like telling us, I don't have to campaign. God is going to give me the seat. And I was like, this is where I walk out. I never went back. Yeah. Nilisikia Mungu hapo nikasema, as long as God is in the picture, I cannot do anything. Yeah. So I left that fucker. And when I left, I was like, why would do it for somebody else? And I can use those strategies for myself. Yeah. So then that's when I went to, is it UDP? UDF. So I went to Mudavadi's. I looked for the most puny party. Yeah, where I knew if I get there, I'm going to be a big dog. And UDF. UDF wakasikia story wanazachoka. Wakaniambia nomination ni 50K. So 50K, nitoe 50K wapi? Nikaenda kwa best yangu mwingine anaitwa Dagi, nikamshow, Dagi unajua ana need 50K, akanishow. Fanya hivi. These people are so busy, waandikie check. Kenovia ni nani? Nikawapelekea check. Ya 50K. Account haina kitu, haina lolote. Walichukua check hivi wakanipatia nomination yangu. Mimi nikaenda. They never called me, I never called them. I went to the polls. The person you're seeing here has been on the polls. Picha yangu ilikuwa hapo. When people was, na nikapata, I think I got 1,700 votes or something.
I tried.
Yeah. Fuck that. Try. Sasa nikafanya live nipate 1,700 na izima. Hii kitu hakuna watu. This nonsense. Yeah. So yes, so that's what happened, and I realized that I cannot use my money to do this. So if I'm popular enough and I get somebody else's money, then I will do it gladly. Yes, because I still see, I like that game. Yes, I like that game.
Okay.
I'm beginning to understand it better. I was very bitter. With everybody who never saw things my way. But now I'm beginning to understand that it's all just a game, including this game of content. Otherwise, me and you would not be sitting here. Or you and I, would we?
No.
Yeah, I'm even shocked. You have behaved like a man. Ukona masculine energy mob sana. Yaani umeitika kukama hapo ukae na mimi. Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Okay. So if you have somebody to sponsor, you'd still go for Langata. If Langata, why?
I would be a spoiler. I just want to go spoil Jalas's chances.
Why?
Yeah. Because Jalas said some shit about me that wasn't true. Yeah, so I would just want to go shit on his campaign.
Does it mean you're bitter? Why would you feel bad?
No, I mean, it's a game. Yeah. So I would just want to go shit on him. Yeah. Even the time when
Even you, there's some things you say about people that are not true, maybe.
Like which one?
I don't know.
Hakuna kitu mimi husema juu ya mtu yenye sio kweli. Yeah.
So what did he say about you?
No, he said that the only thing I can sell is condoms. I'm like, I can sell anything. And then he said, he really went hard on me. Yeah. So Langata is a good place because I've lived in Langata almost all my life. So if I'm going to stand somewhere, then it has to be Langata. So it's not really about Jalas because I was there before even Jalas decided to stand. Yeah. So if I'm going to go back, I'm just going to go back to Langata. But it has nothing to do with Jalas. Jalas and I are cordial. Yeah.
And what do you think about the work that he's doing in Langata?
I don't know. I've not seen what he's doing. Yeah. So I've not been to Langata to see what he has done. So I wouldn't know. Yeah. But I know Ocha, they are very hardworking. Hey, also toka Ocha huko Nairobi na nguvu. So I know he's probably doing a lot of good work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't fault him, but I have nothing to say because I don't know. I've not even tried to see the work that he's doing. No, I haven't.
That means you really don't have interest of going back to maybe trying the seat.
I told you I don't. If I cannot do it with my own money, why would I have interest? I don't have really interest. I just know that whatever it is that I do is always going to be wonderful. Yeah. So I know that. So even if I decide to become president, I don't have to know all the counties or constituencies. I just know that once you get the job, then you'll figure it out once you're there.
So where you are right now, you just decided that content is what you're going to do, just content creation.
Yes. I've always wanted to be in 19, I think. I applied to go to the UK to study film. Yeah. And then the day that I was going for the interview at the embassy, there was a bomb scare somewhere in the UK. So they closed the whole embassy. And I couldn't go in. And I'd been there from midnight. You know, those days, there was no appointment. There was you get to the embassy first, and then they'll see you one after the other. So I got there at midnight, and I was number 5. Okay? There were already 4 people before me. And then I spent the whole night there, upper hill. It's cold. Pombe ikaisha kwa system. Nimeshika tu documents hivi ndio niingie. Asubuhi wakasema, we cannot see people today. There's been a bomb scare. And come back another day. And I didn't have the energy to come back. Yeah, so I let that dream go. And I now look for something else.
So right now you're focusing
on... So now why I was telling you that is because for me, content is just not... It's not just content. Yeah, content is everything. Content is how we think. So if you can give people content of any... Like a movie is content. Yeah. Even, what's this guy's name? The guy who does good movies. Ule msemu ita mkunduwazi anaitwa nani? Mkurugenzi. Abel.
Okay.
You see. So even Abel, you see, he does content. Sit there, talk about other people's stories. So content is diverse. Yeah. So if one thing doesn't work out, you get something else to hold you on till the day you have the strength to go back to this thing. Yeah. So I still think there's a big opportunity for film. So even for Africa, we're going to have the Africa movies. Yeah, I still think there's a big opportunity for news from people, direct. Like now, if you see something, you report it and put it on the African news. I still see an opportunity for training, education. So there are so many things. Africa is like a virgin. The possibilities here are crazy. And the only way you can see them is from outside. So when I was outside, and every day I just kept seeing new opportunities. I'm like, I can't wait to land in that bridge.
So there are things that you've been working on when you're here?
Every day.
Okay. Yes, what about Rogue Radio?
Rogue Radio is still going on. I rebranded it to andrewkiberadio.live.
Okay.
Yes. And it's vibrant as fuck. Every morning I have a show. Every morning. A 4-hour show. Monday through Friday. Yes. So that is still working like crazy. Yeah. So that is still... radio has always been my... It doesn't make me money, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't make me even a shilling. In fact, I spend more money on radio than on anything else. But I love it because I find it to be a very powerful medium. And the day I die, that's what you guys are going to be listening to. You'll go back. So we have seen that even with other content creators, that once they pass on, we wish there was more of their content. Yeah. So for me, I find it like, I take it like an archive. I archive all my ideas every morning. I sit, turn on my mic, turn on my machines, and I disappear into the world of radio. I still think radio is a very powerful medium. Yes, very powerful. So that is still my baby.
Okay. So right now, the kind of content that you're creating, are you still going on with the same content that you could use to create on YouTube, talking about celebrities here and there, or you're doing something?
No, you guys became boring. Yeah, you guys became boring. So there's there's nothing really new to report. Because even when that thing happened with you, we still have archive footage that can answer some of those questions. Yeah, so there's not really much happening. So why would I turn on my camera and start talking about things that I've already talked about? How much more am I going to beat Ganodia? Is it still with that bitch of his? Ama waliwachana?
I don't know.
She's not being very honest about this. Who's her manager? So you are willing to sit with KLG the donkey and talk about me, but you're not willing to talk about Ganodia with me.
I don't know whether they're still together. I mean, I don't know. How can I be sure about somebody? Yeah. People can lie they are together and they're not. People can be together. We don't know.
But you're the one who's supposed to have the scoop, Eve. You're the one who's supposed to have everything, to know what's happening. Back off. Why do you owe these people? Why are you feeling like you owe them? Why? What's going on here?
But the discussion with me next year is not related
No, it doesn't matter. Why do you feel like you owe them? You're a reporter. You don't owe anybody shit. Yes. You owe the people who are watching, not the people we're talking about. Yeah, so why do you owe them? When there's a story to be talked about, wakelea story hapa tuichambue. Kama ni ukweli ama ni uongo, that's what these cameras are for. Yeah. So if there's something we've said that is not right, then now you can run with that to the donkey or to whoever other idiot out there who wants to talk about it. And then you come, so just build story on story on story. But don't back off. Huh? Why are you backing off it?
I'm not backing off. Yeah.
So which other story don't you want us to talk about?
I don't have stories that I don't want us to talk about. Just that, how do I know? You know, it's like, I don't know even.
I mean, but if Nairobi Gossip Club can say, hey, Eve and Trevor have unfollowed each other. Then we're like, oh, shit. Now we start talking. Eve and Trevor have deleted photos of each other. Oh, shit, this is going down. You don't want us to have that about the Ganodias. Why are you protecting them?
I'm not protecting anyone. I just don't have the information.
You don't have the information?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I believe you by the 100%.
You do?
100%. Yeah.
But do you have information about them? Maybe you are telling us that the talking about celebrities and everything got boring. It
got boring because, I mean, it's just the same thing over and over again. And then there are no new celebrities who are being created. We have like 5 celebrities. Yeah. We have to wait for you guys to do something so ridiculously stupid for it to make sense. So beyond what I did for the 2.5 years, what else is there to do?
So it's something that you...
So I moved on and I went to the politicians.
Okay, I've seen you...
Yes. So I believe politicians are the next phase of my progression. Yeah.
So you have like different phases?
I mean, I was on the rooftop at one point. Do you think you'll ever see me on the rooftop again? Do you think I'll go to the rooftop to start again? No, I can't. That's a progression. So that's a different phase. So for 2.5 years, I sat in my studio, my home studio, by the way, right? And I did videos every day. By the time I was done, I think I had 3,600 videos. Every day, I did a video. In fact, when I started, I used to do even Saturday and Sunday. I started burning out. So then I said, Friday is the last day. Once I'm done with my shoot on Friday, I go, nacheza pool, naangalia wanawake, white women with nice tits but flat ass, and go back home and just live my life. Simple. So I had a very simple life. I was able to do everything that I had thought in my mind that I could do with that platform, and I got where I was getting. I mean, and I got where I got. So for me, that was a victory. I won. I dominated that sector. Yeah. So now there's a new thing to do. Yeah.
Okay, we've seen among some things that have been trending is the story of Betty and Steve Simple Boy, and I saw you comment on it. And yesterday we saw them on a date. What do you think about the whole story?
I mean, someone like Betty 5 years ago, nobody had access to her. So dem ameishi kwa streets mpaka Steve amekutana naye. Steve either amerise ama Betty ameshuka to a point wao wamekutana. Even if it is for content. Yeah, that is pure bullshit. Yeah. Why would Betty meet Steve or Simple Boy? That's not an organic meeting. So it's just for content. And what kind of content is that? There's no good story that's going to come out of that. There's nothing trending. The only trending thing is that they met. Whatever they discuss, nothing. We'll never get to know because it's useless. We know. It's like when we saw you and your boyfriend. We used to know that he's too small for you. Yeah. So when you see Steve or Simple Boy and what's her name? But we know it's just a gimmick. Who has time for gimmicks? Isn't it? What do they call him? Kiki. Cloud. It's just cloud. And then what kind of cloud is it? Even size-wise. Betty ni mkubwa, aka kapiuni ni kadogo hivi. Alafu sasa mtaka sasa sisi tukae hapo chini tunaongea nini? I cannot talk about that rubbish. Yeah, it's total. I have no time for that. So now that's the content. So msema mimi nikae chini niongee. Mumeona Steve Simple Boy. Pioni. I don't do that shit anymore.
Okay, so right now you're focusing on politicians. What about maybe the audience that you created that loved what you were doing? Does it mean they have to move on?
They have to grow up, yes. Yeah, if they don't grow up, then they'll be left behind. Yeah, because this is still me. This is just a new thing that I'm doing. Yeah, so you have to either mature with me to the next level, or we leave you behind. Alafu utakuwa unaongeleshwa na kina anaitwaje Sabato. What's that guy's name?
Sabato.
It's called Sabato. There's a guy.
Yeah, he's got that.
Sabato, right? Yeah, then Sabato now will sit on my chair. Yeah, I'm a big bad ogre. Yeah, now they'll give you the stories that you want. Yeah, so the people who are going to mature, because even when I left the rooftop, it was the same thing. Till today, I meet people, when are you going to give us those videos from the rooftop? They don't exist. Yeah, that was me then. All right, where were we?
We were talking about you not going back to doing the same content that you're doing. You've grown and your audience have to grow. They have to grow with me. Okay, does it mean all the YouTube channels we see under your name, they're not yours?
Oh, no, I'm not on YouTube.
You're not on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in fact, I'm going to sue YouTube because they were disingenuous. Because they told me that my content did not meet community guidelines. But other people...
But you said they didn't tell you.
I mean, that's the needed. Okay. Yes, that's what they gave me as an email. Yeah, so I got an email telling me all community guidelines, what you're talking about. But other people can put up my content.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah, so there are many other channels that are benefiting largely because people think those are my channels. And I cannot put my content there. So it means that there's a reason behind why they took me out. So I want to know what that reason is.
So you've thought about
because, I mean, these guys are taking my live videos, my 1.5, 2 hour videos.
Yeah, we've seen that with Babu.
Yeah, and they put it up. No censoring, no nothing. So YouTube had no problem with my content. See my point? Yeah, they had a problem with me. So I will have to sue. Yeah, I'm going to sue all these bitches here in Kenya. Kwanza hao wako hapa wana roho mbaya sana. Yeah. I'll sue them and close that office. Yes.
Is it something that you've thought about, or you just...
No, I've actually thought about it.
You've been seeing the content on YouTube?
I've been seeing it, yes, and it pains me to my ass every time I see that it confirms to me every time that it was malicious. Yeah, it was not genuine. If it was a genuine me being kicked out, I would have no problem. Yeah.
Okay, maybe on to our last question. When you came back, you posted a photo.
Why is it a last question? Why are you rushing? I still have questions.
You still have questions? Yeah. You want to ask?
Let's go with your last question.
Okay, so you posted a photo of you and your kids on X. And of course, course, there were reactions, your fans, people who follow you. Some of them felt like you've been misleading the community that follows you. They felt like maybe you've betrayed them. Others felt like you shouldn't show us the photos of your kids. Like, I'd like to know, what is your relationship with your kids, and what is your thought about marriage? Is it something that you're looking forward to again?
No. Marriage is a waste of time, so I don't want. I have no intention of ever getting married again. At least for me, yeah. There's a certain character of man that can get married. I am not that guy. Yeah. So
What do you mean it's a waste of time?
it's a waste of time, because you cannot be in this content game and have somebody who is not. So plus again, think about it. Hii game yetu ni ya usherati. And you have to move from one to the next. There's too much going on for you to have somebody who now is waiting for you at home. No. And I have been actually, I don't use the word married because it's not real marriage. But I've had two very serious relationships.
In your life?
Yes. Two very serious relationships where I was living with the women. Yeah. So I know I'm not good for it. I'm not a good husband. Yeah.
You've come to terms to you.
Yes. Najua I'm not a good husband because me nitaka kukaa nje na kaa nje. Nikipata dem nataka kupepeta na pepeta. Sasa imagine you cannot live that free if you have somebody that you've said I do to. Yes. So I have no intention of getting married. As for my kids have never been a secret. Yeah. So why is that a problem? Anybody who doesn't know about my kids then doesn't know my content. I've talked about them on all my not even my videos. Even at the time I was at the rooftop, I used to talk about them. So it's not a secret. The secret is to the people who have what we call red pill rage. The ones who are still annoyed about having been dumped. Like if you get dumped by a woman or a woman comes and takes you out, then you have this anger that you feel towards women. I don't have that anger. Yeah.
So you don't have anger towards women?
I don't have anger towards anyone. Yeah. Why would I love women. Totally. Yeah, I cannot stay away from them. In fact, I have to slow down my system to stay away from women. So yes, I do love women. What I don't like is bullshit. So it doesn't matter who's showing us the bullshit. Bullshit is bullshit. Yeah, so I have no problem with women.
So what about people always feeling like you're trying to fight women? Your content is all...
No, why would I fight women? I've never even whipped a woman, you know that, on my show.
You always whip men.
Men, whips are for men. Women, we give them dick. Yeah. Whips are for men. So I've never whipped a woman because the way we deal with men and the way we deal with women is very different.
So you believe there are people who are meant for marriage, but not people like you?
Yeah, you have to be those indoctrinated guys, the guys who believe in the Bible, people who believe in education. You know, those guys who are system people, they believe in marriage. People who are in content are not system people. That's why your marriages cannot work. Yeah. Kila kitu mnajaribu ina collapse. Water. I'm telling you, just
so you
point out to any content creator, their marriage is going to come to an end. Yes.
So every content creator, the marriage is going to come to an end.
I mean, just think about it. Once you, like now if you do this video, I mean, once you upload it, you're going to get a whole group of people interested in you. Yes. How is your boyfriend supposed to survive that? How is a man supposed to survive seeing your bitch getting messages every second? You lose your mind as a man. Because you're not built for... Of course.
You understand it's why.
Hey, Eve, is it okay if I... So a man cannot handle that. A man cannot handle a woman getting that much attention. So if a woman is on the attention streets, easy sasa nyinyi mmependa.
So you believe we women, the content creation space, the online space, we can never get into marriage?
No, you cannot. You guys are our hoes now. Yeah. You know kazi ufanya na nyinyi. Unaangalia kadem kametoka juzi kameanza kudance to TikTok pale. Hapo tawa udance wapi? Si archives kuna ile Macmillan Library. Hapo nje kadem kamekama kuna two hips. Unaingia inbox. Hey, do you do inaitwaje kuuza? Them yes, I sell. Can you come for 2 t-shirts and 50,000 bob? Meanwhile, can you sit on this dick? That's what we do. Alafu sasa unamrusha back into gen pop. Alafu sasa anapata second tier. Huyu anatupwa tena anapata third tier. Yeah.
But we've seen people in marriage who are in this space, like Wahoo and Nameless.
Yeah, Wahoo and Nameless got into the game before social media. Yeah, that's the only way they managed to stay together. Yeah, and they probably have a very good arrangement from the beginning, because Wahoo is not a blonde. Wahoo is a very intelligent woman. If you know anything about Wahoo, Wahoo was studying mathematics in campus. Double maths. Vitu hata watu hawajui inamaanisha nini. This other guy is a full architect. So these two, when they came together minus us. Like it doesn't, you guys are coming together on the internet. Tutawapepetea mademu wenyu mbaya. I hope you guys are hearing. Which camera? That one? So yeah, that's the thing. So the internet game belongs to the internet people. Yes. That's why Wahoo and Nameless are not very successful on the internet. Yeah, because this is not their game. Their game was music. But wameanza hapo kwa internet, lazima mu break up.
But we've seen like people like Bahati and Diana have been together for a while now.
What kind of twisted, useless relationship is that one? Come on. Tell me somebody else. Yeah.
But they've been together for a while.
Oh, please. These are, let's put it out. Maybe, you see, like Bahati's wife, Kabahane, his wife was a nobody before Bahati introduced her to us. We didn't know her. What has she done? Honestly, what has she done? Can you remember any of her songs?
She was not an artist.
Exactly, but she has sung a few songs, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot remember those songs because she's not an artist, she's not a musician. What is she? Is she a content creator? No, we knew her because Kabahanye told us, this is my wife. Yeah, so and all the drama that she does around him. Same thing with Ganodhia's wife. She was not a content creator we knew. The only way we got to know her is through the talented Mr. Ganodhia. So you get my point? Yeah, so there are a lot of people who we didn't know, including Trevor. So the only way we knew about Trevor was you. And if Trevor had any manners and remained behind the camera, then that partnership would never have collapsed. Yeah. So the relationships that are online, that have been made online, will have to get destroyed online. And we shall be there for all of it. We shall be watching with a drubin. Wame unfollow. Oh, ukalake. Washa camera sasa. Ame unfollow mwingine. So that's the game. That's the game. But you've not said anything about my shirt. But you know, women are supposed to compliment, you know, men who are like. Why didn't you say anything about my shirt?
What about it?
I mean, you should have said something. I wore this for Sonko. I call him Bosco.
So what about it?
It's original. I bought it in Dubai. Very expensive. Yeah.
So I was supposed to compliment
At
you.
least you should have said something. What else? You can talk about my shoes. It's also very good shoes.
What is your shoe size?
Don't you want to know? Yeah. Tell them about it. Tell them. Tell the world. They might not be able to see it, but tell them. Bongela size 12 pale. I am not your regular Kikuyu. I think kuna Masai ilitembea kwa boma yetu. Kuna ndume Masai ilitembea. So yes. What else do you want to know from me?
I've gotten enough.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So my advice to you is, now that you're going into this direction, now you're free. You're free to chat your way. Okay? So make sure you get both sides of the story. That's how a real journalist gets the scoop. Always, at the beginning, you were very good. You used to run back and forth. Before, I think, tuanze kukama ama tusponyo. You are very good. Unakimbia mbio tu kwa tunajua tunaenda kwa Eve kujua story pali iko. So don't allow these guys to pull you into this gossip shit and these useless stories that have no msingi. Find out the story and ask the real questions. Do not be afraid to ask the questions. Always go for the story. It doesn't matter who you're sitting with. Because we saw your trajectory. We saw it. We were like, this chick is the next big thing. And then somehow along the way, I don't know what happened. Even now you became like a socialite. I was like, shit, we lost a good one there. I mean, because we were depending on you. But this is a good move for you. I wish you all the best. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
No, we're not done yet. So are you guys completely done with Trevor?
Yeah, we are.
Is it true that you guys you stopped seeing each other last year much?
No.
So mbona alisema hivyo?
I don't know. I believe he's in the best position to answer that.
Yes. So that's the character you brought me here today.
No, see, I've answered your question.
I'm asking you about something that is directly related to you.
But he's the one who said
Why would he say that you guys stopped seeing each other in March?
He has his own reasons that I don't know.
Mulikosana kwa nini?
Well, I wouldn't want to talk much about it, but what I can say is it's a whole lot of so many things. Yeah, and it was meant to just come to an end.
Is it because he could not afford to buy you a dining table?
Of course, that's not a factor.
What do you mean? But you put it out there into the world and you said you want a dining table. Hata tukaenda tukakutafutia sultan fulani akubaie.
That was
but he was not on your level. At least maybe at the beginning, maybe when you were still hauko umejaza to hips. So bado ulikuwa ka flat run. Alafu sasa ukaanza kupata todo. So you don't know what happened between the two of you. Is that what you're saying?
No, I know. But it's a
who
whole
was cheating?
lot.
You or him?
It's a whole lot of so many things.
I suspect you are the one who was cheating.
You might be wrong or right.
No, because there's a time I even did that video where he was talking to this guy saying, "Oh, you're coming from my house at this time. Why are you doing this to me?" Yeah. What was that about?
I wouldn't want to talk about my client. That is my client.
It's your client.
Yes.
Your client was perpetrating you?
Nothing like that. I think
they
probably had their own issues. Yes.
But you were right in the center of that. And you don't know anything that was happening.
I don't.
So you have now taken a step back from being a content creator to now being Eve, the journalist.
Yes.
You've seen how dangerous this other side is. Have you? Because I saw a video of you in running on the beach to diabs everywhere. Who's that other chick, brother?
She's my friend.
Is she in Nairobi?
Yeah.
I was looking at those diabs. I was like, fuck Eve. Who's this other guy? Yeah. No, I mean, she's in the game, right?
I know.
In the content game.
No, she's not.
So why did you do a video with her?
Because she's my friend.
No, but you wanted to show diabs.
No,
so you were selling diabs at that time.
No, we were enjoying life.
You were selling diabs. You were like, hey guys, I'm done with that other puny. These diabs are on offer.
No.
Let us run to the beach. Very nice. Very nice. I'll even tell my editor, please make sure you put that video in this. Yeah, just put that part of Eve running in the beach and that other girl. Very nice. Is she Kikuyu?
No, she's Lu.
Lu, I can't stand Lu. Mi na mademu wajaka tusikizanangi.
Why?
I think in all my life I've had maybe 5 or 6 Luos only.
How many beaches have you had?
Oh, too many. Come on. Come on, Eve.
How many?
How many? Do you know your body count?
Yes.
Like you can remember it, Mark, Matthew,
yes.
Paul, Andrew?
Yeah.
You remember your body count?
Yes.
Oh. How old are you now?
I'll turn 24 in March.
I probably stopped counting when I got to maybe like 30. And I'm 47 now. Alafu jue nini, before I got to 30, I was a nobody. Yeah. 30 nikaenda nikashika domo enda. So nilikuwa naingia tu chop money. Madema hapa tamasha nilikuwa na dinya ni aje. Kwa gari nani, very nice. So you imagine utoke hapo, I go through a 10-year stint of being in church. 30 to 40. 40 I leave church. And I get into this new stardom of social media.
What do you mean you leave church?
I was in church for 10 years.
So
from the time I was 30 to the time I got to 40.
What were you doing in church?
I mean, I was being a church guy. I was not a pastor. I remember we discussed that.
Yes.
So I was just being a church guy. I really wanted to be successful in church. And I helped this pastor actually start a church with my money. So I was Mr. Moneybags. So nikaka church mpaka nikafilisika. Yeah, nikakasirika, nikatoka, nikaanza sasa social media nikaanza kumake dough. Alafu sasa nikaitwa sasa ma radio stations, and then the career took off.
Okay, so
now wewe imagine mimi nimekuwa nikikula mademo Roy Sam. Yeah, utu tupoko twa Mwiki na Inako. Unajua Inako?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard it.
you've heard of Umoja Inako?
Yes.
Unajua Inako?
No.
I've heard it. Aya. So I get into stardom, and I don't realize that I am a star or I am a celebrity. Na bado mimi nikadinya. So wewe niambia sasa hiyo time ya nimerealize nimefika mademo ngapi? Yeah. Wewe niambia body count, utakumbuka body count kweli?
So
body count ni ya madem.
Okay.
Machale uwezo wangu swali za ujinga kaa hizo.
So wewe ukipata dem lazima umuulize?
Hapana, I don't care.
Okay.
Because I don't want anything to do with her beyond the sex.
Oh.
Yeah. What else are we doing? I don't do business with women.
You don't do business
No,
with
I don't
women?
do business with women.
Why?
Because they tend to fall for me.
Oh.
No, but it's obvious. How long are you going to do business with me before you start feeling some type of way? When women meet masculine men, they have to fall for them. Upende usipende. So at some point, that business has to collapse. And any man who knows his worth should never do business with women. It's very difficult.
You wouldn't advise that?
No, I wouldn't advise that. Yeah, even employing women is also another problem.
So you mean
so I try to stay from with all my dealings. I try to stay away from employing women as much as possible. Yeah. So women have their place, but I do not see the emotional aspect of a woman is what makes me take a step back.
It's what you can't handle yourself.
Because the business does not need it.
Okay.
Yeah, business does not need you to be emotional. If you became emotional, we'd never have this interview.
So in all your team, your businesses, you don't have any woman that you work with?
I don't deal directly with women. So there may be a woman in my organization, but I don't deal with her directly.
Okay, so what about your show that you've said it includes politicians? You have so many politicians that are women.
Yeah.
Are you going to have them on your show as well?
Yeah, I mean, they're politicians. If they have anything important that they want to say, I have no problem with that. I'm not dealing with her on a personal level. It's just just like what we're doing. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. What I have a problem with is that close interaction between a man and a woman in business, because at the end of the day, at some point, two emotions utaingia. So unless a woman, maybe a lesbian, maybe one of these strong lesbians, kama McKenna.
That one you can work with?
Yeah, McKenna, I've met her. We had a very good time with her. Yeah. As long as she doesn't fall for me. Asitoke ulesbian akam siku moja amevaa kanguo kafupi anisha, oh, just for tonight I want to hang my lesbianism. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So are we done with you and your stories?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you feel when you were trending? Was it pressure?
No, I was ready for it. I knew it was to happen.
Were you ready for him to give that statement? We no longer need her services. Her services are no longer needed. I mean, you guys were fucking. Why would he write all that shit?
I don't know. Maybe it makes him feel better.
That immaturity now you've seen, eh?
I saw it a long time ago.
So next time you go for a man who's not in the limelight, mtu akona do, mtu hatutawaiona. Because watu tunaona hapa hivi, we'll poison them. So you go for someone who wants you, who will never see, and who will bankroll all this shit that you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
Why are you running?
You still have more questions. I have another show.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done, yeah.
So guys, it has been the Mungai Eve show. We had Andrew Kibe. I hope you guys have enjoyed the conversation. And I hope you give me that subscription. It would really mean a lot.
Oh, wait. So you're starting from zero?
Yes.
Is this the first thing that, are you going to advertise it?
Yeah, but this is the first video.
So have you set up the channel and everything?
Yes.
And how many subs do you have so far?
I have not, I'm supposed to put out the channel out and then upload your video.
No way.
Yes.
So now that's what you're going to do. That's the work that you guys are going to do.
Yes.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. All right. Yeah, it has been good. It was nice meeting you, and I hope you maintain this consistency. Give us as many videos as possible. Go back to doing that thing that you love doing. And let's see where you go with this shit.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate for coming. And guys, make sure you subscribe. It will really mean a lot. I know we can do this, guys. We did it, and we can do it even much better. Till next time, bye bye.